What's going on, guys? Going on, guys? Guys. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Basement Bar Beers, Beards, and BS. It has been a while, so I figured I'd give you an update and grab a beer while we shoot the shit. I'll be right back. All right, today we're drinking some Wicked Weed Dr. Dank. This one is a Pineapple Dream IPA with pineapple. It's delicious because it's from Wicked Weed. Hands down, one of my favorite places to get beer, period. I love almost all their craft beers, especially their IPAs. This chair's pretty short, as I'm realizing I look tiny behind the bar here. Watching some Sturgis stuff. It was Sturgis last week. Went 2 years ago. I had a blast. So Robbie, thanks for that trip. I appreciate it. Let's get this beer poured and we'll talk about life. I purposely got a different mug so that I didn't spill that. That's exactly what happened there. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a video. There's a bunch of things. Last November I got a new job and started a long commute. The long commute was part of the gig. Loved the job, and right after the New Year's I bought a new car. Bought a 23 GTI. I've posted a few videos of we did an exhaust and a tune on the car and some stuff like that, but it wasn't like a normal basement bar video. I sold, in order to get my new car, I had to sell the Harley, which sucked. There's a little regret because I don't think I'll ever own a bike that nice. I didn't have to do a whole lot. I added a tour pack and some a phone holder. But other than that, it was a great bike. But I sold it so that I could afford to get a nice new car, which made more sense. And just recently I've decided that when I had my Harley, my mental health was a lot better. Was able to clear my head riding. I feel like it's hard to have a bad day if you rode your motorcycle to work. Hard to have a bad day when you rode your motorcycle home from work. So I have kind of purging junk out of my life right now. I sold a project car that I had dreamed of owning since 2001 when I first saw the car in European magazine. I sold it to another friend that knew Pete. That was hard to do, to let go of a car that I had gotten from him, and wasn't an easy decision. And I've got some other stuff I'm selling so that I could buy another Harley Davidson. A lot of people give me a hard time because I buy things and then sell them, sometimes quickly. But I end up selling things to replace them with something, and a lot of people give me shit about that. And one of the reasons that I do that is distraction. I think sometimes distractions are good, but I'm always trying to find something to do to keep me from sitting around, because sitting around is not good for anybody. Anybody that kind of mentally or their thoughts take them to places that no one needs to be. So I'm constantly trying to find things to keep me from sitting on the couch. It's the whole idle hands thing. Riding a motorcycle is one of those things that helps me focus. You can't daydream on a motorcycle. There's too much stuff going on. You got to pay attention. Now it is relaxing. And especially on the Grinch, I was able to turn the volume up on the radio. I mean, I've got a helmet that's got speakers in it, but I've making some moves to try to get me another Harley, kind of for my mental health. I know some people go, that's stupid, do some other things, but I think an important thing is to find things in life and find people in life that bring you happiness and bring you joy, and find things in some cases that don't fill voids, but don't fill holes, but are healthy distractions. That's what I'll say. I'll be right back. My wife just messaged me. She needs something. Hold on one second. Sorry, she's in bed and needed some more water, so she's going to bed for the night. bar mat. Anyway, so yeah, I'm selling a bunch of stuff to get another Harley. I miss riding every time I've ever had a bike. I went through a long period of not having one for a lot of reasons. Financial reasons, young children. My kids are 13 and 12 now, and my 13-year-old is 6 foot tall and 145 pounds. But I think it's important to put things in your life, and like I said, people in your life that make you happy and things that bring you peace. The older I get, the more important those things become. I turned 45 in July, and like I said, my tolerance for bullshit is, I don't put up with it anymore. My group of friends over the years has probably gotten a lot smaller. Some because I've, the last year, kind of been a recluse. This beer is delicious. Like I said, this is a Wicked Weed beer, a Pineapple Dream IPA with pineapple Dr. Dank. Dr. Dank's delectable botanicals offer the dankest of flavors to expand your mind, body, and palate. This IPA packs the dreamiest New World hops with real pineapple for a tropical blast. Oh, sorry, resinous blast. There was a glare on it. It's a delicious beer. Like everything IPA-wise from Wicked Weed is delicious. I'll probably have another one after this. I'm probably not going to be able to get a Road Glide again, because all the stuff I sell, basically whatever I have in cash, I'll just buy. Whatever I can afford, basically. Would like to get the nicest and newest thing I can get. I would love a Lowrider S. They are just outside of my budget. Annoyingly close, but they're in there. Another bike that I forgot how much I liked is the Sport Glide, for a couple reasons. It does come with a 5-gallon tank. It comes with a set of bags, which I like, especially on the Softail chassis. The bags just make that bike so much more user-friendly. Don't care much for the fairing that's on the bike, because yeah, I can replace that, upgrade that, change that, but I can remove it. It is nice on the highway. I spent a lot of time around town, but to get really anywhere in my area, you got to get on the highway, so that's kind of important to me. The Street Bob is a bike that's right in my budget, especially the new M8 stuff, which is really what I'm looking at. I love the M8 engine, Milwaukee 8 engine on my Road Glide. I would love to get a 114 bike, which is why I like the Lowrider S and one of the newer 21 Street Bobs. There's a couple in my price range. We'll see if they're still around by the time I get all that kind of lined up. Yeah, those are kind of the bikes I'm really looking at. Outside of that, there's not really a whole lot that I'm looking at. Really, the Street Bob, the Lowrider S, and the Sport Glide, those bikes make the most sense. As much as I love the Sport Bob, it's got a smaller tank. I'd have to put a 5-gallon tank on it. The 3.5-gallon tank is just, if I ever decide to put it on the road and you know, try to get some miles under it, it's really hard on 3.5 gallons of fuel. You got to have a 5-gallon tank on a bike, especially on a Harley. I like that the Lowrider S has better suspension right out of the box. I do like that. I would have to upgrade that on the Street Bob. The Sport Glide comes with a little bit more comfortable suspension, but it does come with front forks if my memory serves me. I also like on the Lowrider S the dual front disc brakes. There's a bunch of things that I like on the S, which is why it's a more expensive motorcycle. It is it's kind of moving up the food chain with Harley Davidson. You got your, standard Softail at the bottom. You step up in your Street Bob, and then from there you get up into your Heritage and your Sport Glide around those ballparks, and then the Lowrider S is really at the top of the food chain for the Softails, at least in my opinion. The Heritage is a cool bike, and the Softail Slim are cool bikes. I just kind of want the skinnier front tire. I know the fatter front tire rides really good on the highway, but I don't know how much highway riding I will do. I'd love to do another trip with Sturgis, to Sturgis, another trip with Robbie to Sturgis, or even somewhere else. We've talked about driving all the way up into Maine and going into Nova Scotia or something like that. We've talked about going to Sturgis again. We've talked about going past Sturgis. I mean, I'd love to ship my bike out to Oregon and just ride in that whole area as much as I could. I think that'd be awesome. That's really what this video is about, is just kind of an update on my life and what's going on and drinking some beer. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell button. You'll get a notification anytime I upload new content, which hasn't been in a while. I love if I get this Harley to make some more content on a Harley Davidson. I'd really love to turn this into more of a motor vlog where I travel around to breweries, especially in this area first. You know, there's a handful of breweries within just a few miles of me, which I could easily hit up. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I've got to sell some stuff and get the all my ducks in a row, as it were, to get the Harley that I want. Like I said, there's a few bikes that I'm looking at. One of them's in Florida. I'd have to fly down and ride it back up. Actually, two down in Florida. I'd have to fly down and ride back up. So thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate you guys. This next part I recorded a dozen times, so I apologize if everything kind of seems out of order. I started talking about my wife and then changed to talk about the Harley because I was having a hard time talking about it. So bear with this next section of the video. It wasn't easy to talk about. It's still not easy to talk about, but this is kind of some more update on our lives, and the transition into this part of the video is awful. I didn't know how else to get into it other than to just start with, here's what happened, or this is where we're at. And then in late January, my wife was diagnosed with cancer, and it was stage 3 breast cancer. So it's been a long couple months for her, and she is doing good. She's kicking cancer right in the asshole. She's a badass. There's nothing else to say about that other than she's crushing it. It's been hard. It's hard to watch someone you love so much go through that, and that's been another reason I haven't really done a whole lot of videos. I have trouble keeping these beers in my refrigerator. My mother-in-law likes them. Anytime she comes over, she takes one home with her, so she's constantly having to replace them. She's been over a lot helping with my wife as she went through chemo, and just kind of the journey that she's on right now, and kind of a praise God. Exciting news is Thursday was her last round of chemo. She is exhausted. She's done. She wants her hair back. She wants to not be on the steroids anymore. She's done with chemo. So she still has surgery and radiation, and there's a couple other things that are like down the pipeline for her, but MRI that she had last week was great. It showed no signs of a tumor. There's no evidence of any abnormalities. So that was good news. It's been hard to watch her have to go through that. So I haven't wanted to do anything. I've stayed at home a lot, and she's a fucking trooper. I mean, didn't ask for a whole lot. She never really does. She sleeps a lot, which she should. I mean, she's been having poison pumped into her to kill the cancer. Other than she goes to bed early like she always does. She's an early to bed, but she's an early riser as well. So she's got some great friends that have kept her kind of moving. One of her old friends, Laura, has come over once a week, twice a week sometimes, to go on walks in the neighborhood with her to kind of keep her going. It was and family coming over to help. It's been a blessing to see all the people that have kind of poured out in love. We got a bunch of gift cards for food to make it easier on us, not to like worry about the grocery store so much. Sometimes it's easier for me to swing through and use one of those gift cards to grab Zaxby's for the kids or our favorite Waffle House. So long story short, I haven't posted a lot of videos because we've been busy with life, and yeah, it's been really hard to watch my wife have to go through this. It's frustrating and maddening knowing that I can't do anything. I can't fix it. all I can do is bring her a glass of water sometimes, make sure she's tucked in comfortably, make sure that I can get her medicine, try to keep her off her feet as much as she can, but she's stubborn and she's still working. Thank goodness she was off for the summer. She was a teacher. She is a teacher, which is, I hate to say been nice, but it's been convenient that she was able to really relax because she didn't have to worry about work. She didn't have to worry about going to school every day. It all kind of played out that way. But it's hard to watch. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Definitely take care of yourself, eat good, be healthy. I don't know what else to say other than that. Kind of been here a lot, obviously, helping take care of the wife and anything she needs while she was, getting through this. There's kind of light at the end of the tunnel right now. So for those of you that have followed on her caring bridge to kind of keep up, thank you so much. For those of you that have sent messages, thoughts, prayers, angels. We've her grandmom, Nana, has sent us or her a bunch of different angels, so that in our bedroom there's angels all over the place, which used to be kind of silly. We now we like it. She loves it. I think it's sweet. Yeah. Normally when I'm not making videos, it's because I'm busy and distracted and usually going through stuff mentally. That's what it comes down to. So for those of you that, I've got almost 600 subscribers, which, for the amount of time I've been doing this, I probably should have a lot more. But for those of you that do watch these videos, I appreciate it. Some of this is for me, kind of documenting my life. And until the next beer, see you guys next time.